Hi, Aviji. I had a couple of questions. I thought this would be the easiest way to show you what I'm talking about. I'm almost finished making the directions for your RA. So this is what the CompuStat segments non-historical data looks like. There are about 244,000 observations, and um, I added columns for public, private, government, unidentified, GBQ, ticker, QSIP, and CIK. Um, and then here we have the customer type. So a lot of this information is U.S. government. So if it's a U.S. government, it's customer type GOVDOM. If it's a different government, then it's GOVFRN for foreign government. And then in some cases, they have just foreign sales. And the customer type here is a geographical region. And then there are other places where they've actually named the countries. So, for example, here we have Brazil is a geographic region that is the customer for this firm, which is Seco something. Okay, and then obviously also we have what we want is to see some examples like this. So here's General Motors, and these are classified as companies. But firms with names are not the only ones that are classified as companies. So we also have 8 customers classified as a company. And then in some cases we'll have it'll say not reported here in this column, and it'll be classified as a company. So my primary question is what you want to do with this, but I also, before we get to that, wanted to show you here. So what I'll have her do is I'll have her come here, and then when she finds a public company with the name, she'll come over to the CompuStats names database and just look for it. We're looking for Verizon. Here we go. Here's Verizon. Here's Verizon's GB key. I have the KeySIP and the ticker in here as well, and she can copy those along with the year straight over into our segment data file, and I'll make a column for year here as well. So my primary question is, what do you want to do with these that are governments, either domestic or foreign, or geographical regions? I can get rid of those. I can just go in SAS and drop customer types, foreign government, domestic government, and geographical region, and leave her with the rest to go through, or we can leave them in. The prior literature uses everything, but I know for us, because we're doing social connections, what really matters is the ability to connect the firm with data that we have in Bordex, and obviously we're not going to have Bordex data for other government and defense, for example. But then if we wanted to use this data for some purpose later on, then it might be useful to keep this and to at least have it identified. So I wanted to run that by you. And then for the unidentified, firms that go in here are ones that are classified as 9 customers or 10 customers or not reported. And then I'll have her look at the ones that we have customer names for and classify those either as private or public. And I have a list of instructions for her using LexisNexis and Edgar to be able to classify public and private firms, and to classify them by the primary firm rather than as a subsidiary. And then she can put the GBQ ticker, QSIP, and everything in here. And I thought I might put another, and this mainly depends on which of these companies types we keep, but I might put another column in here for SIC code. Obviously, when we have GB key for the public firms, we can just merge that data in using CompuStat, but we may not have it for every private firm, and certainly we wouldn't have it for the governments or unidentified firms, but we can, I think, find it through CompuStat. Through the segments database. So I wanted to put that out there if you want an SIC column, and if you want me to ask her for that data. So I'll send this on over to you, and just let me know your answers to my questions. Thanks.